Hi there, Aquarius. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be your love general messages as a general reading, so the roles might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for a personal reading with me, okay? So in this reading, Aquarius is going to be a you versus them format. I'm going to be pulling a card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today and what their current energy is like, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, all right? Believe it or not, there is more behind the scene that you will probably know, okay? Because this person's current energy, they have the Temperance, they have the King of Cups, and they also have the Hermit in upright position. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius, a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Virgo. That's as far as I can see right now. But this person's current energy is very, very interesting because there is this polar oppositing energy that I'm sensing from them. A part of them truly wants to be optimistic about this connection because that's the only way for them to feel good about themselves. It's more about this belief, you know what? I think Aquarius is going to be all right. I think Aquarius is going to come to term with it. I feel that at some point in time, Aquarius is going to be doing something about it. That is the one thing that they need to be telling themselves so that they don't break down, so that they could have a grasp or a hold of themselves, okay? But then whenever because this person goes back and forth between their emotions, okay? A part of them is like, you know, Aquarius is going to do that. I'm positive. I'm manifesting Aquarius to be doing something in regards to this connection. But then there's a part of them who started to question like whether or not it is grounded, whether or not it is realistic for them to think that way, okay? Because in the past, this person have the Seven of Pentacles and also the Page of Swords. From your side, you have the Ten of Wands and you have the King of Pentacles in upright position. I feel that in the past, you guys were working really, really hard to be more secured within yourself. I think you guys worked really, really hard for, again, anything that makes you feel grounded, anything that makes you feel as if like you're doing good by your own, okay? You could be focusing a lot more on your job. You could be focusing a lot more on your career or finances or even your health. There is a lot of work here that you were doing in the past in order for you to be the King of Pentacles that you guys are now in. To be much more independent as well, okay? From their side, they have the Seven of Pentacles and also the Page of Swords. This person in the past was waiting for you to do something about it. And I feel that in the past, you refused to do that because you feel that, you know, where there is an option to choose between the relationship and myself, I think you guys chose you. And this person felt that, you know, at some point in time, Aquarius is going to give in. They're just waiting for that moment for you of giving in towards them. But I think that you didn't give it to them. This person was watching you quite intently, to be honest with you here, Aquarius, okay? They're trying to gather as much as information that they could. They're observing the hell out of you. If you are in no contact situation, this person could possibly be stalking you. And you could possibly be saying like, nah, they can't do that. All of my social medias are private. Well, you know, if you have someone who truly wants to know something, they will find out about something. Like, trust me, I dealt with a stalker before, okay? Now, in the present moment, they have the Ten of Cups and also the King of Swords. From your side, you have the Ten of Swords and you also have the Nine of Pentacles in upright position. Now, the differences between both of your energy is very, very apparent because for you with the Ten of Swords in here, you have come to term with the loss. You knew that there is an ending here. There is certain situation that I can't change. Even if you're in a relationship together, you know that there are certain things that I cannot change. I've accepted the loss. I've accepted it. From them, they haven't. Because deep within their cold exterior, deep within this, right, lies the belief that one day you two could have this again. I still want Aquarius. I still want to be in an emotional connection with Aquarius. I know that at some point in time, this is going to work. This is going to happen. Okay, so that's why I said there's more to this than you may know or that they are willing to show. Okay, for you, 10 of Swords and 9 of Pentacles, okay, this is a loss. This situation is a loss for me. I can't do nothing to change it. I've accepted that. And instead of mourning over it, instead of being in denial about it, I'd rather just focus a lot more on me, on my finances, on my work, on my career, on things that makes me feel grounded, on things that makes me feel stable in the 3D world, okay? In the future, you have the Emperor and you also have the Queen of Swords, in upright position. I feel that you are standing for something here, Aquarius. There is a belief that you hold on to and you're going to be standing on it. So with the Emperor here, it's more about, some people may call it stubbornness, but I think it's more about, I know what's good for me. I know what type of energy I'm willing to engage myself in. I know what I want and what I don't want in my life. And unless things are going in a particular way that I'd like it to be, then I'm not going to give it into this energy. I feel that this person underestimated your will. Because in the future, this person is going to be super duper shocked to learn how you guys are standing strong in that belief of yours. Okay, there's going to be a bit of restructuring that this person is going to be doing in the future, and we're going to clarify what that is. Okay, let's clarify. One of the biggest challenges within this relationship has a lot to do with assuming things. So you have the tendency to assume things. They also have the tendency to assume things. Let's say, for instance, one of you make a move or one of you do something or say something. Instead of accepting it as it is, there is this assumption that, well, maybe they're just bluffing. Maybe they don't really mean it. I feel that this person is doing a lot to you about that because they're underestimating your will. Okay. Let's clarify from your side here with the 10 of Swords. Now, to some of you, and it might just be the 5% of you, this person might have already moved on, seemingly moved on. From the exterior, from the outside, you see, oh, this person is moving on. This person is dating again, or this person is being in a relationship again. But the true intention behind them doing so has a lot to do with them wanting to get through you, wanting to either gain some sort of reactions, whatever that may be. So from your side, you have the Justice, you have the Hermit, and you also have the Knight of Pentacles. You might be dealing with a Libra as well here, but it's more about you starting to realize that things needs to be in balance in order for it to work out. It's more about you realizing that, okay, this is the universe doing. I have no control over it. What I can control is the lessons that I've learned out of this, which is a good energy. In all honesty, I do like the 10 of Swords energy because it does talks about acceptance. Let's clarify the 9 of Pentacles right there. 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and also the Queen of Cups in upright position. You are turning your back from what you thought was something safe and stable, your familiar zone. I feel that this reading does not talk about something that is recent. I think you have a history with this person. Because at some point in time, you do feel that this person was your home, was your familiar energy. So you're turning your back from the dreams that you possibly could have had before into, yep, I'm just going to take care of me. I'm just going to take care of my finances. And I'm also going to be taking care of my own emotional well-being. For some of you, you might also be dealing with someone new, a possible water sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Let's clarify that 10 of Cups from their side. Okay. So the Ten of Cups clarified by the Sun, the Lovers, and also the Temperance in that preposition. As I said earlier, right? I just don't think that the universe is going to get them away from you, because there are some lessons that they're supposed to be learning out of this connection as well. You are the source of happiness. There are really, really incredible memories that they've shared with you. You were able to, at some point, way back in the past, where you're able to make them genuinely happy, and you're able to make them think of another ways of doing stuff. You feel warm, you feel comfortable for them. And again, as I said, there is this optimism within them that is like, yeah, I believe that at some point, everything is going to be all right between me and Aquarius. I believe that at some point, Aquarius and now, we're going to be all right. I believe at some point, things are going to be okay within this connection. There's a lot of denials in here. So the King of Swords clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Two of Wands, and also the Emperor in that preposition. I feel that this Emperor energy that you guys are having, this acceptance of you choosing yourself, you having your own thoughts, you having your own way, you having your own belief, is a concept that is very foreign to them, because they are in denial about it. So I'm going to give an example. Let's say, for instance, you're telling to them, I'm done over this thing, and you got to be in a certain type of way in order for me to want to work it out with you again. They're in the energy of like, nah, no, it can't be. That can't be. Aquarius must be playing games. Aquarius must be being passive aggressive. Aquarius must be doing this and that. There is no way in hell that Aquarius right now is just choosing themselves and choosing to stand strong on their own 2 feet. There is no way in hell. So there is that stubbornness. They're kind of like underestimating it though. And denial as well. Okay. Let's clarify the Emperor from your side. So there is a terms and conditions attached to this person, Aquarius. There's something here that you want them to do. And even if they were to do it, you're not going to trust it completely at first. You're going to have to dissect it. You're going to have to really, really take a good look at it to see, if things are really, really changing this time or not. If things are changing, then the possibilities of actually doing this again is still big. You have the Knight of Wands. There is that excitement from you. But that excitement only comes if there are works here that are being done by this person. You have a terms and condition for this person right now. And in the future as well. Now, Queen of Swords, clarify about the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and also the Six of Wands in upright position. And I think you're standing strong in that, though. Like, I wouldn't nod accept anything less than what I think I deserve out of this person. And if this person is not giving me that, then it's okay. I'm going to be investing a lot in myself. I'm going to be investing a lot in things that makes me feel good about myself. I think for some of you too, there's going to be like a little bit of a health journey that you are going to be taking on as well, because you need to feel good about yourself as well. Now let's see from this person's side in the future, okay? So the Nine of Swords clarified by the Empress, the Hierophant, and also the Page of Pentacles in that preposition. Different than you, because I feel that you are, especially currently, you're at the energy where you're capable of actually letting go of the dreams and hopes. You're capable of letting go about the what ifs of the connection. Like what if we were meant to be together? What if, I pursue with this? You're capable of letting that go. They still couldn't. Not in the now, not even in the future. Because the one thing that really gets into their head is like, I can't let this go. If I'm letting this one go, it means that I'm letting the idea of being in a long-term committed relationship with Aquarius to die. And they can't allow that. They're not accepting it yet. And they're also not accepting the fact that you are not in the future in a position where they wanted you to be, because they wanted you to be in the same level as they are, which is the Nine of Swords, right? They wanted you to be on the same level of anxieties, of depressions, of late night thinking, insomnias, and stuff like that. But the fact that you're not in there, it's like they don't like it. So I feel that in the future, this person is going to be a bit restructuring some things, because again, they're in denial about it. They want to work on it, but they couldn't figure out how. There's this lack of acceptance that they're dealing with. It's going to take about some times until they finally figured what they want to do. But I feel that in the future, it's much more about them dealing with this inner turmoil that they have inside, about them not wanting to let the dream go, not wanting to let the hopes go, and also at the same time cannot really accept the fact that you're not in a situation, or you're not in a position that they wanted you to be. You're not as anxious, you don't look desperate, you look fine, and they can't accept that, okay? Which is why they are going to be thinking of things or ways to restructure some things within this connection, but it still hasn't been decided yet, okay? Let's pull some advice card for you here, Aquarius. I feel that when it comes to this person, there's like a lot of bottled up emotions that you still haven't, it hasn't come out of you yet, right? As you can see here with the Knight of Swords and that preposition in this deck of mine is very different than the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. There are some things that you kept to yourself. There are some things that you haven't said because possibly you don't want to hurt them that much, or because if you were to be saying it, it could be truly the end of it. The first advice here is that you need to let that one go, because if not, then you're going to be bringing those emotional baggages within you forever. And that's not something that we want to do, right, Aquarius? In order for you to not be trapped in these cycles of like just similar as them, like what if mentality, what you need to do is to get it out of your chest. You could do it by multiple ways if you don't want to, because you're doing this for yourself, not for them. You're doing this not to be reconciling with them, but you're just doing it for them, for yourself, so that you could feel good about yourself. You could write an email about it. You could write a long ass text messages about it and just block them right away because you don't want to hear the reply. Whatever that may be, it needs to come out. Okay? Because once you do, you're going to be in a very, very different mindset. You're going to be in a very totally different energy than you are when you are still carrying all of those baggages within you. Okay? So I think that is it for my reading for you here, Aquarius. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.